Good morning, everyone. Um, we're slightly just before 7, so I'm going to wait a few moments before I begin the actual meditation. But for now, you can just make sure that you've got something comfortable to sit on, or if you like, you can lie on the floor, although it's early in the morning, so maybe sitting is better, so that we don't fall asleep again. So a cushion or a nice blanket or something would be ideal. I hope you're feeling well this morning. It's very beautiful that we have the light. So even though things are a little bit confusing, the sky is always the same. Isn't that a comforting thing? I think so. As you prepare for the meditation, just notice a little bit how you're feeling. First thing in the morning is a beautiful time to practice. So we're like a blank canvas. I hope you haven't looked at your phones too much yet, apart from maybe before this actual live meditation. But don't get caught up in any of the messaging or anything. That can wait. There's going to be plenty of messaging going on all day long. And during these times, so just stay within our skin for the next 20 minutes. So if you're just joining us now, I'd like you to find a cushion or a blanket and find a seat. And find your two sit bones and root them down onto that cushion so that the bones, the pelvis, can be held by whatever it is you're sitting on. So you can close down your eyes or you can let them rest slightly in front of you, whatever you prefer. And as you sit on your cushion, let it take your weight. So allow gravity to do its work. And let your hands rest, maybe on your knees, maybe in your lap, somewhere that's comfortable so that you can allow the shoulders to be soft. And now the weight of your hands to be held by whatever they're resting on so that you can soften your shoulders, so that you can soften your belly, and start to feel where your body is in space. So perhaps you can rock front and back, maybe side to side, very, very gently, not big movements. Just subtle to notice where the weight is falling. Maybe on the right sit bone, maybe on the left sit bone. And where and how are your bones stacking? So maybe if you rock front and back, you can maybe start to feel how the two shoulders, the rib cage, come to stack over the bowl of the pelvis. As you allow your awareness to move around the position of your body, start to feel where are the hands, where is the nose, where are the sit bones, the navel, all in relation to each other. So your awareness of the body starts to move from just maybe one limb or one part of you to start to take in the larger idea of your body as a whole. Now let your body be weighty. Let that cushion hold your weight. Let your bones descend so that soft tissues can soften even more. And allow your body to be. Know that you have nowhere to go yet, and nothing to do, and we're here. All you have to do is sit and just be in this place. Know that your body can stay in this, held by the cushion, held by the texture of the air, and you don't have to hold it. So start to sensitize your skin so you can feel the texture of the air on your palms, or the back of the hands, on the face. Maybe you can feel the texture of the clothes on your skin. You can maybe feel the pressure of the air holding you from all sides. And as you're held by the air, you can maybe start to feel how that air enters your body through the nostrils, so that you're held not only by the floor underneath, but also by the atmosphere of the air as it enters the lungs. And start to watch how the breath travels. Maybe you can feel it in the belly. The cool stream of air entering through the nostrils, through the nose. Maybe you can feel the expansion of the lungs and the opening of the rib cage. So we allow the attention to rest on the breath. We are aware not of a conceptual idea of the breath. Now I'm inhaling, now I'm exhaling. But rather, we refine our attention to the actual sensations, using our senses, that inner sense of touch, the sense of movement of our own body. So where is their expansion? Where is their yielding? Where is their tightness? As the breath moves, notice what grows. Notice where it gets full. And notice as that falls away. First thing in the morning, perhaps there's some tightnesses in the body. Just notice how the breath moves around those places. So there might be an urge to stretch or to move. Can you instead resist that urge and just let the breath tell you about how the body feels right now? The breath is the way that we connect to what's going on with our nervous system, with our body. So see if you can wrap your attention around the actual sensation of what you feel. Using the breath, which is always, always fresh. We can be with how we feel now. Now notice when we bring attention to the breath, automatically there is an urge, or even not an urge, but it just happens by itself. We start to alter it. So if that's happened, just notice. And we seek instead not to change the breath, to make it a certain way, but rather just to allow it to be exactly the way it is. Step out the way if you can. Make your body relaxed and alert. And as your body stays in this place, notice where it is, notice how it feels. And let the breath wrap your attention again around the position. Maybe you can notice your heartbeat. So allow your body to be in this place. And let the sensations of the breath hold your attention. As your body is relaxed and alert. Let your mind be relaxed and alert. So we don't need to think about what the breath is doing. But again, use sensation and feel. See if you can step out the way with your agency and surrender to the rhythm of the breath that your body asks for. Your diaphragm, your heart, and your lungs. Notice how they play together to make that rhythm of the breath, and that you don't need to make it. The breath can just happen without you interfering. As you allow the breath to be, notice how it feels to surrender to the rhythm. How does it feel to step away with your agency so you can make space for the rhythm that your body asks for? And rather, you start to just notice what the breath can tell you about what's going on for you right now. So as you stay with the breath, can you just listen? As we stay relaxed and alert, let the breath move, allow it to be, and listen to what it tells you. So as you follow that expansion and that yielding, that rhythm of the breath, what does it tell you not only about how the body feels, but also where the mind is at this time in the morning? If you let the attention move to the very beginning of the inhale, what can that reveal to you? Those subtle movements of the body, those impulses, the very primal impulse of the breath and the heartbeat. If you can stay with that in a simple way, it can allow you to know so deeply what's going on with you, As you feel the breath move around the body, you can feel what the body is holding. So maybe as you surrender your holding of the breath, surrendering the rhythm of the breath, maybe you can also surrender something that you're holding. About what your heart is holding. With this practice, we aim to be with the breath as it is, without changing, but rather cultivating presence, the most subtle, the most courageous presence. And because we're alive, thoughts do come. So as they arise, when they pop up, in the same way, without judgment, can you just be with what is arising and rather cultivate a sense of curiosity about how they cluster together, about how they move, how they come, and how they go. When we can watch from the side, we can put a certain distance between ourselves and the thought processes, so that rather than letting them carry you away, instead you can watch from a certain distance. Again, from an informed position. So whatever you feel in the body, and whatever you feel in the mind, whether it's good or bad, comfortable or uncomfortable, can you stay with it? From this place of being alert, yet relaxed, we cultivate an openness to the movements of the breath in the body. Thereby, we cultivate an openness to whatever is arising. Our ability to be with the breath as it is, and our ability to be with what is arising in us. This makes us resilient. So that we can face even better anything that's going on outside. So be with the breath. Soften your body so much. Start to bring an active breath back, or rather, just allow the breath to deepen. And notice how that feels as you allow the breath to come back. And then slowly, if your eyes were closed, you can start to open them and let them be soft, so that again, we absorb the world around as it is, without naming, without judgment. Can you just stay and be present in that soft way, just for a few moments more? Slowly then you can start to move. Now you can find any stretches that you'd like to make. And bow to yourself. May this presence and may this courageous possibility of being with what is arising be with you for the rest of the day and the rest of the week. Om Shanti.